Hi you guys, so today I'm going to be showing you how I turned this men's button-down shirt into a women's peplum top. I bought the shirt at my local thrift store for $3, and it is a men's size large. The items you're going to need for this project is matching thread, pins, a sewing machine, your scissors, and then also a seam ripper, which is not pictured. The first thing I like to do is lay my item completely flat on the floor and make sure that all the seams line up, there's no problems with it, no stains or anything. And then the first thing you're actually going to do to this project is take off the collar and the pocket. Since I film everything on my phone, I don't get very good shots and angles sometimes, but you're going to want to cut below that first buttonhole on the collar. That way you get the entire collar off and it will make it nice and even. I also decided to cut the sleeves off at this point because I wanted to make sure that when I tried the whole shirt on in a little bit to do the sides that it was going to be the right length on the sleeves. You can always cut the sleeves shorter or leave them longer if you want, it's totally your preference. I prefer them short, and then I like to roll them up twice so that there's a bit of a cuff on them. Okay, and then to cut off the pocket, I actually just ended up using a seam ripper instead of trying to cut the pocket out because I was afraid I was going to cut into the shirt. So use your seam ripper and just go around the edge of the pocket. Okay, so the next thing I did was try the shirt back on so that way I could see how far in I wanted to take it in. If you can't tell, I'm kind of watching a TV show at the same time as I'm doing this, and I'm so fascinated that I accidentally pinned the shirt I'm wearing underneath this shirt to my project that I'm trying to do. But I just pinned the sides, which you don't have to do with this shirt just because there's a plaid on it. You just count in how many rows it was and then cut from there. That would probably be easiest instead of actually trying to pin it. But if you have a solid project, you're going to want to pin this inside out instead of right side out and then sew it. Okay, and then I also decided I wanted to cut for the peplum top right at my natural waist. You don't really have to do a seam allowance here if you don't want to, but you can. And then you also need to cut the sides as well. So I've done this project before and I have found that the sleeves are a bit too baggy for my arms because I have very skinny chicken arms. And so I decided I was going to cut the sleeves as well, the same width that I did on the sides. You probably should not do that. You can if you want to, but I would recommend trying it back on before you do that. Like pin it where you want to cut it and then see if your arms fit, because many times I've done this and then my arms don't fit through the holes. But in this case, it actually worked out. Okay, so now that we have everything cut, we're going to take your bottom peplum piece, which should be bigger than the rest of your shirt, and do a basting stitch along the top part of it. You can go as far in as you want. I only go in 1/4 of an inch just so that I have plenty of room to sew it back onto the shirt, but it also doesn't leave like little strings hanging everywhere and stuff when I'm done. Okay, and then you're also ready to sew up the sides on your shirt, which you do need to flip inside out before you sew it up, otherwise the seams are going to be on the wrong sides. And also you're just going to use a regular stitch for this. Don't use a basting stitch, it'll ruin your entire life and you'll have to take it out. So next you're going to attach your peplum piece to your bodice. You need to make sure that when you sew this together that you have right sides together, which just means the two outsides need to be touching. Otherwise, when you go to sew it, your seam will be on the outside instead of the inside and you'll have to take it apart and redo it. And I definitely had to do that a couple times. So don't feel bad if you mess it up the first time. It literally took me like a good 15 tries to do this right the first time because I do all of this without a pattern. Okay, so next you're just going to do your neckline. Just do a regular stitch on this and don't forget to back stitch, and you can make it as wide or as thin as you want. Okay, so once again, here is our before shot of what the shirt originally looked like. And here's the after. I am so happy with how this shirt turned out. It turned out so cute, and I love the plaid, and I just want to thank you guys for watching this video, and be sure to comment down below if you have any questions. I'll be sure to comment back and answer them. And subscribe for more sewing videos. I'm going to be doing a lot more of these. I have a really cute one coming up in the next couple days. So thanks for watching. Bye!